everyone. Welcome to Voice Mind Podcast. If you're watching us from anywhere in the world, it's a very warm welcome to you. And on this episode, we're going to be looking at personal reflections. Before we dive into our discussion for today, please subscribe, turn on your notifications, and follow us on all our social media pages on Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube channel. It is simply Voice Mind Podcast. I am Olubumi Olubamila, and here with me is
Ayanwole Boluwatife Joshua. So, let me ask you this. What brought you to this podcast? And what do you think it does to the entire world?
That's an interesting question. Thanks for asking. I think that for a few years ago, I felt the urge to actually create a platform where we can amplify voices and live the experiences of neurodivergence, and also for people to be able to be aware. And at the time I was doing visibility study, it appeared that the parents that I spoke with do not want to have any video coverage. I guess it must be as a result of
Privacy
privacy and confidentiality. Yes, definitely. So I thought that a podcast might be, very necessary for us to be able to share our views and then be able to speak without knowing who is behind the camera. So it is on this basis, and being in this space for quite a number of years, as we do interventions, awareness, advocacy, assessment, and also workshops for teachers and parents coaching, it has really, made it necessary for us to have something that we can all come together to be able to discuss and then find actionable steps that can actually make people to consider solutions that would be beneficial for everyone, either you are neurotypical or neurodivergent, in families, workplaces, and also the general society at large.
Fantastic. That's great.
Looking at personal reflections, can I ask, what does it mean to be to feel truly seen?
Thank you for that question. To be truly seen simply means you are heard. Your voice matters. You are part of the system. You are not excluded. You are part of the conversation. So, truly seen encapsulates you being part of the system without segregation, without stigmatization, and without being stereotyped. So, I'm just going to sum it up by saying that let's practice being truly seen. And that's what this podcast is all about. So that everybody can have a voice and they don't need to mask. They don't need to be another person just because they feel quite sure that you're not going to accept their view. So it's just about acceptance and visibility.
Thank you for that. I agree with you, because to be truly seen simply means you have to include everyone regardless of their differences.
Great. So let me ask you, what are you most nervous about as we have started this journey? And let me finish that question first. What are you most nervous about as we have started this journey?
I would say because this is a new field for us, and looking at us, launching out into something different from what we usually do, I feel it is going to open up, more collaborations, opportunities for us to be able to leverage on, and also build new connections, and also to learn, gain knowledge. So I feel being in this space, which is the media creative industry, it would give us more room to be able to express ourselves and what we do, letting people know that we are not just advocates, we are actually practitioners, talking about inclusion, identity, belonging, and acceptance of neurodivergence children and adults. So that's something I really look forward to, and I hope we'll be able to balance that out.
Okay, let me now say that what are you most excited about regarding this journey that we have started? And if you have fear, tell me what your fears are.
Okay, I'm most excited about the outcome that would be brought about with our awareness I'm excited that more people will be more informed to make decisions that will be beneficial for their relatives, and school leaders will be able to make informed decisions, and also stakeholders and human resources professionals will be able to see how they ensure that neurodivergents are not also filtered out of the system before they even get into the organization. So there'll be a lot of solutions that will be able to profile with this. So I'm really excited about that, and also the opportunities that it will give people to be able to speak out and say, yes, this is who I am, and I want to be accepted for who I am, and not to be seen as someone who is disruptive because I have behavioral issues, or I have to act in a way that is masking. So I'm really excited about the solutions. And what do I have fears for? Can I say it's a fear in a way? I think I would rather say it would just make people more vulnerable, and I do hope that even as we amplify the voices and people share their lived experiences, there will be no any form of bullying and stigmatization. It will be reduced, to a very drastic minimum. That's what I'm really hoping that it would, it would result to, and not anything that will be fearful when they are vulnerable with who they are and they share their experiences. Okay, you've been in this space for quite a number of years. Can you share briefly, an experience that you've had with either a relative, a friend, or a student who is neurodivergent?
Thank you for that. The experience is not smiling, of truth. And one of the experiences, I'm just going to be streamlining this to a friend of mine who happens to be a researcher and a lecturer in South Africa, is on the autism spectrum, and he faced a lot of stigmatization and stereotyping while growing up. So nobody could have thought that he would even have gotten to a stage where he is right now. So, but what I learned from those experiences, one of the things I learned is we need to treat them with love, and acceptance is a key. Let's support them. Let's treat them with love. Don't let us stereotype, because we are adding to the burden. The best thing we could do is to provide an evidence-based therapy and recommend solutions, strategies that could help them if you have any. But if you don't have, don't add to their burden. Just believe that they are different and they are meant to succeed. So in summary, what I'm saying is, I believe that this experience I had with him make me to champion my awareness more. As at the time I started relating with him and I know him, and it made me to also believe that no, people can move from the state of stigma to being celebrated.
That's a wonderful one. So our friend in South Africa, we celebrate you here from Lagos, Nigeria, and we wish you more wins and more success in your endeavors. So if you are a parent and you have a child who is having struggles on some of the things that we have mentioned, please feel free to seek help, to find information, and get early intervention, and your word will be supported as it should be.
Yes, sir.
So we hope that you have been able to learn a thing or two from today's session. So please join us in our next segment, where we discuss more on personal experiences of neurodivergence. So stay tuned, and bye for now.
Bye.